Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today's video is going to be a fall cleaning marathon. I actually did not plan on posting a marathon today, but my entire household became sick this week, including myself, and I just did not have enough time to get my new video completed, but I really wanted to make sure I still got a video out and got some motivation up for you guys. And cleaning marathons are by far my most popular videos here on my channel, so I hope you enjoyed this one. I have compiled some of my recent most popular and best videos for today, and there is tons of cleaning motivation coming your way, but I did also include some decluttering, decorating, organizing, and a complete transformation in this one, so there is definitely something for everyone. If you are new here, hello, my name is Aleah and I am a mom of 3 young kids. I have a 1, 3, and 5-year-old, so it is pretty chaotic around here and the messes are pretty much endless, and I love to share that here on my channel. I do post new cleaning motivation videos every single Friday, and I would love for you to subscribe down below before you leave today if that is something you are interested in. My favorite part about cleaning marathons is that you can just put them up on your phone or your iPad or your TV so you can get your cleaning done along with me. Since it is super long, you don't have to worry about stopping and skipping between different videos and trying to find something else to watch. This gives you hours of motivation to clean along with me, whether you are cleaning, working on a home project, or maybe you're just sitting back and relaxing. I really hope you enjoy this one and it gives you all of the motivation that you are needing today. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. For today's video, I did clean over the course of a couple of different days, so you will be seeing my outfit change probably 3 or 4 times, just depending on the day that I was cleaning. This is a much more realistic way for me to get all of my cleaning done and get my house cleaned. It is very rare that I can get everything done in one day. Sometimes on occasion, I can tackle a lot more if Justin is home or the kids are at school or something like that, but like I said, usually I am on my own with 3 little kids and I can kind of just get one room cleaned each day, and that's just how it has to be sometimes. So that is what this video is all about. I did also get some deep cleaning done on this first day. Once we are done here in the kitchen, I did move on to the dining room and we are moving the table and the rug and cleaning underneath everything. There was an insane buildup of dirt and food on the legs of my kitchen table, so we're going to be cleaning those off. I didn't even realize how discolored they were until I started cleaning them, but I hope you all enjoy today's video and let's just jump right into it.
I shut my eyes, trying not to speak, pretend that I'm dreaming. I smell your breath, not listening, but I still hear you screaming. Going under. One step away till you hear what I'm saying. Sounds like thunder. And the clouds are closing in. You see, I know this, but the last days in real life I've noticed. Losing focus, breaking up from our life as we know it. If someone had told me that I will take off and find something greener.
The other day, Grayson was sitting on one of our island chairs and he was sticking little pieces of grated cheese into these cracks on the chairs, and I do not know why kids are like that. I don't know why they do things like that, but it made me realize and think that I have not cleaned these chairs in quite a long time. They were very overdue, so I did get my Tinko vacuum with one of the attachments, and I'm just going through and giving the cracks of the chairs a really good vacuum and just going over the rest of the chair as well.
I turn my head and hold it high, but it's making me shiver. He's not like you, don't want him to. He's more like the river. Going strong.
So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we are going to be doing a little bit of a deeper clean here in the dining room, but I was just wanting to start the day off with cleaning all of the surfaces in the kitchen and the dining room. So I'm just clearing off the table. We are clearing off all of the countertops in the kitchen. I want to get the dishes done and just have a nice clean space before we start moving furniture around to get the deep cleaning done.
Can't find a time where I can tell ya what I feel now. Been biting my tongue for a while. The words just wanna come out. I'm too afraid to be rejected. It's so expected. I feel like I'm out of my mind, but I know I can't deny you. I am so alienated. Sitting on planet X. I'm becoming the person of hate.
I have started to notice over the last week or two that some of the girls here on YouTube are starting to buy some new fall decor and are starting to decorate their homes for fall, which is so exciting. I always look forward to starting to decorate for fall and the holidays and Christmas time. You guys know I absolutely love Christmas, but when it comes to fall decorating, it is a little bit early in my opinion to start in August. I do usually start decorating September 1st, so I will have my videos out early September. But I would love to know if you guys have a preference down below in the comments. Would you prefer me to start a little bit earlier so you have some inspiration and motivation before September? Or are you good with a September start? Because like I said, I don't like to rush fall too much, and I'm really looking forward to starting that off in September.
My grip going crazy, 'cause this doesn't make any sense. You're broken down all my defenses. No way back to the old me. When I'm stuck here on planet X, I'll become the person I've hated.
I unfortunately was not able to fit all of the dirty dishes inside the dishwasher because, full disclosure, it has been a while since I have done the dishes. I don't think I did them at all yesterday, so we had quite the pile building. But since this was the afternoon and I was going to be cooking dinner a little later on, I knew I was going to accumulate a lot more dishes, so I will just do a second load in the dishwasher before I go to bed tonight.
Nothing I can do now. When I'm with you, I lose myself. I feel
I have been noticing that the ends of our table legs have been looking a little bit discolored and brown, and as you can see here, they are extremely brown and gross compared to the rest of the table. So since we had the table moved off the rug, this was the perfect time for me to just quickly scrub these down. I was trying to clean them with a cloth and the Dawn Power Wash spray, but the cloth was not doing the job, so I did have to grab a scrubbing brush to really start getting rid of the grime. The buildup from these is, I'm assuming, mostly from the dogs. When they come inside, they are stepping over the table legs and they're just slowly accumulating all of the dirt and drool and food and everything else from our household. But this made such a difference, as you can see when you are comparing the different legs. I was shocked how dirty these ended up being.
you're gone now. Will you call me back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your destination.
Now that we have the table all scrubbed down and cleaned, we are going to quickly go through and vacuum off our rug, and then I am going to roll the rug up so we can move it off of the hardwood so I can clean underneath. I have mentioned in previous videos that we are working on a concrete patio in our backyard. We are still in the prep stage where we dug out the piece of area with all of the grass and the dirt that we want to pour the concrete in, and now we are just wrapping up the crush portion where we're putting all of the gravel and stuff underneath. I'm no expert. Hopefully that all makes sense to you guys, but what I'm trying to say is that is bringing in a ton of dirt and dust, and as you can see, it is seeping through the rug onto the hardwood. So I really just wanted to get this area cleaned up as we are almost ready to start pouring the concrete, and I'm really hoping that's going to start cutting down on some of this dirt because it is everywhere in my house.
I hope it means that you'll come home to me once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation.
Once I did finish mopping, I did let the floors dry for a couple of minutes, and now I was ready to lay the rug back out and get the table and chairs put back where they belong. My dining room is actually one of my favorite little areas in my home. I just really love how simple and pretty the decor is in here. It's just very light and airy and welcoming, and this is kind of the theme I want to carry through my entire home, which is funny because we did actually just finish our office. I'm just wrapping that room up now. I am waiting on a few more things to arrive so I can add the finishing touches, but I am so excited to get that video out for you guys. I'm hoping it will be out within the next couple of weeks, but that room is a lot more dark and moody. I did a lot more black. I did a dark accent wall, and I truly love how it is coming out. So it is a little bit different than the dining room, but I still feel like the rooms work together and the office is still very welcoming and simple. And I am somebody who does struggle with decorating. I feel like I like quite a bit of decorating options and ideas, and I do try to mix different things, and hopefully it works, but if not, I'm still happy with it. It is my house and I just want to love every room for what it is, but I am hoping to start having a nice flow throughout my entire house.
I'm laying down it to compile it. Oh no, I see you only when you're balling. Oh no, I don't even care to die. I'll see you in a while, cause this time I will choose you, yeah. I'll choose. You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this.
If you are not yet following me over on Instagram, I would absolutely love for you to head over there and follow me on that platform as well. I do post a lot more of my daily life and my family life and just home updates and all of that kind of stuff over there. And it's just an easier way to stay more up to date on what's going on around here instead of just the once a week on YouTube. So if that is something you're interested in, definitely make sure you head over there and follow me. It is just at Aleah Martins on Instagram, and I will also have it linked down below.
Too far for you repeatedly. I don't wanna seem to shaky. Oh no, like I'm sudden but I'm steady. Oh no, and they tell me to move on, cause I deserve more, but still I wanna choose.
Now we are moving on to day number 2 of cleaning, and we are getting started in the master bedroom. As you can see, I do have a collection of books on my dresser. I have been reading like crazy this year. I think I am on book number 15 of the year, which is a lot for me considering I do have 3 little kids, and I do most of my reading at night. I like to try and read at least 10 minutes every single night, but of course I end up reading for an hour and go to bed way too late, but I just get sucked in when I'm reading a good book, and it is honestly one of my favorite parts of the day is when everyone is just sleeping and I can just get a little bit of me time in. But if you have any good recommendations, definitely leave them down below. I did just finish the book A Perfect Marriage, and it was so good. It kept me guessing the entire book, so if you do like a good whodunit thriller, then I would definitely recommend checking that one out.
Drown yourself in the neon. You came to this place to hide away in the dark. You tell yourself you need to move on, but one night in the shadows can't ease your broken heart. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind. Wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over, but you see my face on all the strangers though. So are you sure that it's over? When you close your eyes, I'm by your side, babe. When you close your eyes, I'm on your mind, babe. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. Drown yourself in the smoke, babe. You came to this place to hide away for a while, but we both know that when it gets late, one call away and then you are spending the night. They turn the volume up, you shut your mind. Wanna escape your thoughts for a little while, but when you close your eyes, I'm by your side, I'm by your side, right? You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over, but you see my face on all the strangers though. So are you sure that it's over? When you close your eyes, I'm by your side, babe. When you close your eyes, I'm on your mind, babe. You'll find me there dancing in the crowd. You tell yourself that it's over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over yet. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. It's not.
As you saw from the before clips of my master bathroom, it was an absolute mess in here, and I don't even know why I bother saying that anymore because I feel like that's kind of just the state of this bathroom on most days. I do leave certain rooms for my filming days when I am cleaning, and my bathroom is one of those rooms. So I do feel like you guys always see it when it is the worst of the worst. There was laundry everywhere. My countertops are covered in everything, all of the products, and just everything that's built up throughout the week. But we're tackling it today and getting it cleaned up. It always feels so good to get the master bathroom clean. And on top of just cleaning the sink areas, we are going to be, of course, cleaning the toilet. I want to wash the floors, and we're actually going to be scrubbing out my bathtub as well.
So numb, were we enemies? No, you don't mind the way I said my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No, no. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here.
When it comes to cleaning any toilet area in my home, I never like to use my microfiber cloths. I just find something about that kind of gross. I don't know why. I know you throw them in the washing machine and you can use the sanitary option, and I'm sure it kills everything, but I just feel more comfortable using Lysol wipes. And then to carry on with washing the rest of my floors, I had 2 Lysol wipes left in this container, so I decided to just use those to scrub down the rest of the floor.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good.
Usually when cleaning out my bathtubs, I do use regular Mr. Clean because I believe it is a disinfectant, and I usually just pour that into the tub, add some hot water, and just wipe down the entire tub area. But I am out of Mr. Clean, so I am using the Mr. Clean Clean Freak, which I would not normally use on my bathtub. One of you pointed out in one of my past videos that it is not a disinfectant, and I was shocked to hear that. I read the bottle and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I find that kind of wild. I'm surprised they didn't make it a disinfectant considering it's for kitchens and bathrooms. But like I said, I do usually use the regular liquid Mr. Clean, but I am still on the hunt for a bathtub cleaner that I love.
I know I'll be okay, 'cause I found my way.
I had a huge load of the girls' laundry that needed to be folded and put away. I ended up washing it and putting it in the dryer the night before, and of course it's been sitting in there until today. So I wanted to get that put away, but first I am just doing a really quick cleanup of Quinn's room. Some of the diapers had emptied out underneath her crib. I do keep all of our extra diapers underneath here where she can't reach it, but I only used half the pack last time, and that's why the other half is all over the floor. But like I said, we are just doing a really quick clean in here, dusting off all of the furniture. I'm gonna vacuum, and then we're gonna get the load of laundry put away.
My way, my way. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day, 'cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay, 'cause I found my way.
I started back to school shopping for my kids a couple of weeks ago. I think we've gotten all of their school supplies, their new backpacks, and their lunch kits, and I have started shopping for some new school clothes. I still have to get their shoes, but I just find back to school shopping so much fun. This is only my second year doing it because Grayson is in kindergarten, but he was in preschool last year, and Rowan is in preschool this year. He's moving on to kindergarten, and I of course get Quinn a few things just so she's not left out, but I just love buying my kids new clothes. I find it so much fun dressing them and getting their little outfits together. But here where I live, we don't start back to school until the beginning of September. I think it's September 1st or 2nd this year that the kids start back. But I have been seeing on Instagram some of my American friends have already started back to school this week, and that absolutely blows my mind.
In and out of love, never get enough. We never seem to get older. When things are going right, you seem to have the time, but when it's hard, you just grow cold up. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, 'cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, 'cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires around ourselves. It's deja vu.
Now we are moving on to the very last room that we are going to be tackling for today's video, which is the playroom.
It's deja vu. back when I'm with you. Been here 1,000 times, set up a stage of lies. Say we're done, say it's over. Shouldn't be coming back, but somehow we connect. Acting drunk even though we're sober. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. Fires around ourselves. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. Fires around ourselves. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you.
So like I mentioned earlier on in the video, I am just finishing up our office. I am so excited to post that video. I'm hoping to get it up in the next couple of weeks once everything arrives and I just have everything done that I want to get done in there. I think the only other time I've done a room makeover or room transformation video was for this playroom, and I had so much fun working on that one. If you are interested, if you haven't seen it, I believe I posted it last March because I was pregnant with Quinn, but that is the only other time I've done a makeover video, and it was just a lot of fun to do. So I'm excited for this one. And then we are going to be pouring our concrete patio probably in the next 2 weeks or so. And after that's done, we are going to be taking on our next project, which I think is going to be the room swap for the kids. I am so excited about that one, but I am a little bit nervous because anything that could affect the kids' sleep, I do dread a little bit. I'm worried how Rowan and Quinn are going to sleep in the same room. I'm hoping they don't wake each other up and it just goes as smoothly as possible, but I'm very excited to get their bedrooms done and just feel like we're done with that. The next thing after that, I think, is going to be our formal dining room. I don't show that room very often at all. It is pretty much just a table and chairs, and right now it is an absolute mess. It's kind of just a dumping ground from everything from the office and just kind of in the transition of everything else, but I have a lot of fun things planned and I am so excited to finally be checking some of this stuff off my list. So that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching and making it all the way till the end of the video. I appreciate it more than you know, and I will see you all next Friday with a new video. Bye guys. Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today's video is an all-day whole house clean with me. I was cleaning all day off and on from morning until night, trying to get my house in order before my kids start school school later this week. Things are crazy right now. I feel like back to school is always such a hectic time if you are a mom, but I am really looking forward to the routine that September is going to be bringing. But there is going to be tons of cleaning motivation in today's video, and I will also be sharing some organizing. If you missed last week's video, I did post my office makeover, so make sure you check that out if you missed it. But we are going to be getting some organizing done in there. We're going to be organizing the desk and just starting on some of the storage spaces in there. So I really hope you all enjoy today's video, and thank you so much for being here. So I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I was prepping and getting ready for my kids to start school later this week, but at the time I am doing these voiceovers, it is later in the week, and I actually just got home from dropping Grayson off at his first day of kindergarten. He did so good. He, of course, was very nervous, but he was also so excited, and he was just ready for a new start. I, on the other hand, cried all of the way home after dropping him off. I was just an emotional mess. I don't know why it made me so emotional. It's just he's my first baby and he's going off to big kid school, and it's just crazy to me how fast the time goes. And it really hit me last night when I was getting the last touches done on his school supplies, and it was just an emotional time. But I am so glad that he was so happy to be there, and I already cannot wait to go and pick him up so I can hear all about his first day.
Don't know how I got here, but I'm blessed. Didn't know it'd take me past my destiny. You're behind me with the rest, 'cause I'm a mess. No more you.
If this is your first time here on my channel, I did want to quickly say hello and welcome. My name is Aleah, and I am a wife and a mom of 3 young kids. I have a 5-year-old son named Grayson, a 3-year-old daughter named Rowan, and a 1-year-old daughter named Quinn. I do post new cleaning motivation videos every single Friday here on my channel, and I do add in the occasional makeover. So if that is something you are interested in, definitely make sure you stick around and subscribe down below before you leave today. I want my channel to just be a place that you can come and feel motivated and inspired and just uplifted, and know you are not alone in the struggles of keeping your home and the journey of motherhood and everything that comes along with it. I do truly feel like I have the best, most supportive and uplifting subscribers here on YouTube. I am so proud of the community that we have built here. I just appreciate you guys more than you know, and I would also love if you would all leave me a comment down below letting me know where you are from and how long you have been watching my channel, whether that be from the beginning or if this is your very first video here or anywhere in between. I would love to hear from you. Once I was finished cleaning in the kitchen, I did quickly make my kids some lunch. So they are currently in the dining room eating that, and we will be moving back out there to clean up once they are finished. But in the meantime, while they are eating, we are moving on into my office, and I just wanted to give everything a really quick wipe down just to get all of the dust and dirt before we move on to organizing my desk.
Everything is see-through, see-through. Everything is see-through. How can I believe it when everything is see-through, see-through? You ain't gotta be so see-through. You ain't gotta be see-through, see-through. Yeah. You ain't gotta be so see-through.
I did so much research when I was trying to find which organizers to get for my office, and I did decide to go with the drawer organizers by LifeWit. I love that these come in packs of 25 and include 4 different sizes. I made sure to get 2 packs so I had enough organizers to organize every single drawer in my entire home.
Pull me in, and the other way around. Pull me in, push me back. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can someone set me free? What do you want? What do you want? Ooh, 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 I can't see clear now. Maybe you're scared of getting hurt, but if you sit down and allow me to get close, we might work. Every time you've been calling saying this is what I want, then you go for a week and leave me hanging all alone. Push me back, pull me in, and the other way around. Pull me in, push me back. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can someone set me free? What do you want? What do you want? Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. Ooh, 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 ooh. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
If you guys are interested in following me on more of a daily basis, you can also follow me over on my Instagram. It is just at Aleah Martins on Instagram, and I would love to have you over there as well. I do post a lot more of my daily life and my family life, and I just try to keep you up to date on what's going on with me and around my home on more of a daily basis instead of just the weekly updates on YouTube.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can someone set me free? What do you want? What do you want?
Now that we are finished organizing in the office for now and my kids have finished eating lunch, we are moving back out to the dining room to get this table cleared off. This area is always such a mess for me if my kids aren't eating lunch. They are doing some sort of craft here, and to be honest, this area drives me crazy. I'm trying to figure something out with the art supplies and crafting stuff. I do have a place in my office where this is all stored, but of course they bring it out here so they have a place to work, and then it collects on the hutch and the table. And if you have a good idea for this area, please let me know, but I'm thinking maybe some sort of craft cart that they can just roll in and out so I can at least hide the mess when they aren't using it.
stepped into my life. Such a match.
Oh man, you guys are probably going to judge me hard on this one, and don't worry, I am judging myself. I was absolutely horrified when I noticed how dirty Rowan's seat was. This is one of those areas that I don't really pay attention to. She jumps in and out and just pushes her chair in when she's done eating, so it's not really an area I have looked at or noticed how dirty it was, but the second I saw this, I was absolutely horrified. I could not believe how gross this was and all of the buildup of food and everything else there was, so I am going to be keeping a better eye on this in the future.
Strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. We'd never fall, could have tried much harder. All we have are scars. You said we'd get so high, higher up than heaven. You said we'd reach the stars. But look at us now, could have gone so far. It hurts to breathe.
Moving on into the living room, this was the last area I wanted to clean downstairs before we move upstairs into the bedrooms and the playroom.
I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again.
A question that I get asked all the time is how I get this much cleaning done in a day when I have all of my kids at home, and the answer to that is I usually set them up with something fun to do in a room that I am not cleaning. So since the living room was now clean, we are pretty much just messing it up again, and I am setting them up with a movie day. They wanted some snacks, so I made them some popcorn, they got some Skittles, and they picked a movie so they can just hang out on the couch for the next hour or two while I head upstairs to get their bedrooms cleaned and the playroom.
Strangers again. Strangers again. Like strangers again.
I am wearing a different outfit here because I did actually start filming this video the day before, and collecting the kids' laundry and getting it in the washing machine is all I ended up getting done yesterday. Sometimes that's just how the day goes and it got away from me, but I still wanted to include these clips here.
You wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter.
And now we are back to the same day as the beginning of this video, and we are going to be getting started in Rowan and Grayson's room. Their room is a little messier than it usually is, but it's still not too bad. Grayson has been bringing a lot of toys and games in here because he is trying to keep things away from Quinn. Now that she is walking and going through everything, she definitely likes to get her hands on all his stuff, so he likes to bring his special things in here where she can't get it.
Undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble lack and everlasting ego. I guess it never hit you. Our conversation takes two, paying it some interest from time to time. Inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different.
now that their room is clean, we are going to get started on Quinn's room. I'm just going to be going through and doing the exact same thing as I did in Rowan and Gray's room. I just want to get everything off of the floor. I want to dust all the furniture and get the carpets vacuumed. You will also notice that her crib mattress is propped and the humidifier is in here because Quinn does have a little bit of a cold, and unfortunately it is starting to make its way through the household, but so far it has been pretty mild for everyone else, but poor Quinny has been sick for the last 5 days or so.
Couldn't face the truth that maybe you're just not that nice and humble kind. That would be a lie. Go on, blow up your ego, your undenying, undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble acting, everlasting ego. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes, here he goes.
It has been quite a while since I moved this chair and the crib out of the way so I could clean and vacuum underneath both of them, so I wanted to make sure that I got that done today.
It doesn't even make sense why I think about you. It was only one night, only that time, and it's not my style to be caught up in the middle like this. 'Cause now I dream about you. I was probably too drunk, it's blurry, but I've got the image of you running circles in my mind right now. And it could fade away, but it probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you, and maybe I'll drown, but what can I do? And it would be alright to let me down. Rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive.
So this was after dinner and Justin was bathing the kids, so I wanted to take this opportunity to tackle the mess that is my playroom. It was an absolute disaster in here. This is probably one of the worst it's ever been, and I was so excited to get in here and get this place cleaned up. I am going to be doing a dedicated video in here probably in the next month or two where I am going to dump out everything that we have in here and go through every single thing. I do also have a storage closet in this room as well where we keep all of the games and our gift wrap and all of that kind of stuff, and that is a hot mess as well, so I need to go through every inch of this room.
And maybe I tried, but what can I do? And it will be alright to let me down. I'd rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you, dive into you, dive into you, dive into you, dive into you. Yeah, I'm gonna dive into you.
It doesn't even make sense why I think about you. It was only one.
Justin and I finished Stranger Things probably a couple of weeks ago now, and I just wanted to update you all that we have finished and I absolutely loved it. I am so sad that we are caught up with all of the seasons now because now we have to sit back and wait probably a year or who knows how long for the 5th season to come out, but I absolutely loved that series and I really enjoyed season 4. So now we are trying to decide what show we should start next. We did end up turning Shameless on. It is on Netflix. I love Shameless. It is such a good show. It is definitely R-rated. If you have not seen it, there is a lot going on in that show, but I personally love it, and so does Justin. And it's just nice to have a show that we can turn on at the end of the night while we are getting other things done. Since we have seen it, I feel like I don't have to pay attention the same way, but we will hopefully be starting a new show that we both have not seen shortly. before we put the kids down for the night, I did want to quickly get the load of laundry that I washed yesterday folded and put away in their drawers and the closet. So I'm quickly just going to go through and sort it all. I do put Rowan and Quinn's laundry in a pile to keep in here, and then I'm just throwing all of Grayson's laundry into the laundry basket to take that over to his room.
I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you could be the one. I see no reason why I should ever let you go. I don't wanna wake up.
I did plan to film a back to school haul to add to one of my cleaning videos near the end, just to kind of show you guys what I got for Grayson and Rowan for back to school clothes, but I ended up not buying them very much new stuff because they both have so many clothes, but they are in need of some new fall clothes. But I noticed a lot of the stores don't have a ton of long sleeves and sweaters yet, so I am going to be doing a little fall shopping trip probably in the next couple of weeks. So let me know down below if you guys would like to see what I get them. I have no idea if that would be something you guys would be interested in, but let me know down below because I can always add that to a cleaning video.
I wouldn't know what to do. Baby, without I wouldn't know what to do. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know. When you are with me, sometimes I forget to breathe. Wish you could see the things I see. I don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming, because you know I can't get enough of this feeling you're giving me. Don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna wake up. Don't wanna wake up without you, baby, without.
The very last thing I was wanting to get done this day was mopping all of the hardwood on my main floor, but as I was getting my mop bucket ready, I did notice how dirty the stainless steel on my fridge and dishwasher was, so I wanted to just quickly wipe this down and get it cleaned up while I was thinking about it.
Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know. Baby, without
Now we are going to get started on mopping. I always like to mop the floors at the end of the night when all of my kids are in bed, just so nobody has any slips and falls, because that has happened quite a few times. I also am not going to be vacuuming just because I have been running my Roborock every single night, and that has really kept up on all of the dirt and dog fur on my floors.
I shut my eyes, trying not to speak, pretend that I'm dreaming. I smell your breath, not listening, but I still hear you screaming. Going under, one step away till you hear what I'm saying. Sounds like thunder, and the clouds
That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below, and I will see you all next Friday with a brand new one. Bye guys. Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. I am so excited to finally be sharing my office transformation room makeover video. I have been working on this room for what feels like months now, and I am so happy to finally be done with it and sharing it today. We completely transformed this space from top to bottom, but of course the first order of business in here was switching out this light fixture. If you guys have been around on my channel before, you know I absolutely loathe these light fixtures, so I was very excited to get this out of here and be switching it for this beautiful little black chandelier. And I am also just adding some daylight bulbs before we get started on clearing out this room so we have a nice, clean, and empty space to get started in.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around. But there's something about you I like, about you I like.
After I was finished clearing all of the junk out of here, I did want to start prepping this room for paint. I wanted to paint a really dark feature wall in here, so I'm going to be wiping down all of the baseboards just to get that layer of dust off of them, and then I will be moving the outlet cover on this back wall because that is the feature wall I'm going to be doing. We did go with the color Carbon Copy by Bear, which I absolutely love, and this ended up being one of my favorite features in the entire office. I highly recommend going with a dark wall if you are doing white furniture.
Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
I am definitely not the person that can freehand painting around baseboards and other walls, so I am going through with frog tape and just taping it all off so I get that nice clean line.
Something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
Now that all of the taping and prep work is done, we can move on to the fun part, which is painting. I am just quickly laying a sheet out first so I don't get any paint on the hardwood, and then we're going to start off by cutting everything in with a brush before we move on to rolling. I am so happy with this color. I did kind of go back and forth between different colors that I wanted to do for this feature wall. I wanted something really dark, but I didn't want black. So if you are in the market for a really good feature wall color, but you are not wanting black, but still very dark, Carbon Copy by Bear is a great choice. It is still in the gray family, but as you can see on camera, it is almost black, but I will say it does pick up darker on camera. Trust me that it is still a dark gray, and I am just so happy with how this color looks on the wall.
Will you call me back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be.
I did end up actually getting Justin to cut in the roof for me. He has a much steadier hand, and since this is such a dark color, I just didn't want to risk hitting the roof with the brush because that would cause all kinds of problems for me. So I did get him to do that. I didn't film it since it was a little bit of a process. He took his time and got it done. But as you can see, it is now cut in and we have moved on to rolling the wall. And I absolutely loved watching this footage sped up. It is so satisfying to watch. watch me paint this wall at such a higher speed because of course it was not this quick in real life. It took me a little bit, and I did end up doing 2 coats on this wall. I didn't film the second coat just because I didn't want to bore you guys with all of the painting footage, but I did do 2 coats to completely cover the gray underneath. And honestly, I think this might be the color we go with for an accent wall in Grayson's room because I just think it is so beautiful.
I hope it means that you'll come home to me once you travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be
I did start my painting earlier in the morning, so I was able to get both coats of paint done on the same day. I got the first coat done early in the morning, and then I was able to get the second coat done in the evening after we ate supper. So now this is the next day, and I'm just going through and taking all of the tape off. I'm also going to be putting the outlet cover back on the wall, and I'm going to be doing a quick vacuum and mop in this room so we have a nice and clean floor before we bring any of the new furniture in. As you can see from this clip here, there's just a ton of fur and dust and dirt all over this floor. So I'm just going through with my Tinko wet dry vac to just get this all cleaned up quickly.
It does look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. The sun sets on fire, tell me your desires. We're not getting tired.
Now that the wall is complete, we can move on to bringing the furniture into the room and just making this a really cozy and comfortable space to be. We did save you guys the bore again of building these cabinets. It took us hours to get these all built. They are from IKEA and they are the Haga line. I might be totally butchering that. It's Hauga, and we did buy 3 separate pieces from that collection. We bought the 2 shelf pieces and then the cabinet in the middle. This does give you kind of a built-in effect without it actually being built in, and as you can see, it fit this space almost perfectly.
Be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night.
We actually started this makeover back in June, but then we were on hold because I could not find a rug I liked. I ordered one, it didn't fit the space, and then the one I wanted was back ordered. Long story short, this ended up being honestly a month and a half later, but we are back on track and it only took me a couple of days to get the rest of the office completed.
If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey.
I ordered this rug from Wayfair and it was in the size 5x7, and I don't know if it was because it was a smaller sized rug, but it was so rolled up and I feel like it is still unraveling. I do have the printer and my carpet cleaner sitting on it to hopefully flatten it out. Now we are moving on to building the chair. I did also purchase this chair from Wayfair and I did get the desk from Wayfair as well. I am a big Wayfair girl. I always love their products, and if I'm not happy with what I order, they have always been a dream to deal with, so they will continue to get my business.
About things, and you're kinda simple, but like a pistol, you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Now I'm so tired.
I really struggled with finding a chair that was all black. I wanted something that had a black seat so I didn't have to worry about it getting dirty, but everything had gold legs or silver legs or something like that. So this was actually one of the only ones I could find that was completely black, and it ended up being one of my favorite pieces that I purchased. The hardware for the desk was silver, so we are taking these out to the garage to get these spray painted black.
You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself, and the way of how you dwell, I get it.
So now we are moving on to the decorating portion of this video, and I did decide to decorate the wall in between these two shelving units with some mixed tiles. These were absolutely perfect for this space. If you did see last week's video, you probably have seen this footage already. I did work with mixed tiles last week, and I do have a discount code if you are interested. All of that information is linked on last week's video, but I did of course want to include the footage into this video as well because it is a big portion of the decor for the office.
I'm not gonna play nice. I'll be the witch you tell your friends about. I'm the crazy ex-girl you pretend you don't know, 'cause you know I could ruin your life. Rumor has it you have someone new. She'll regret you like a bad tattoo, 'cause you'll never.
I decided to put my Cricut machine on one of the shelves because it does act as a little bit of decor and color on the shelf, but it is also very easy to grab off of here when I am using it. And then I have been collecting decor pieces, mostly from HomeSense and a couple of things from Amazon over the last couple of months. So I just brought that all out onto my desk and I'm just getting all of the price tags off of them. I did go back to HomeSense and a couple other home stores trying to find some more black decor or white or with the greenery, but I am definitely out of season right now. All I could find was fall and Halloween stuff, so that was a little bit of a bummer. I feel like they did not have any just regular home decor out, so I did end up shopping my house. I had some old decor pieces in my basement, so I painted a few of those. I changed some things around in different areas of my home, and that is honestly a great way to save some money when you are decorating a new space.
Don't forget I know your secrets too. In a minute I can spill the truth, 'cause you'll never change, you'll always stay the same. Go on and tell all your friends all about
I really don't know what my decor style is or if I even have one. I just go with what I like and what I feel like goes together for the room. And for this room, I chose a lot of black because I thought the black decor would look good against the white shelving and it ties in with the dark wall. And then I also wanted to add the greenery and the plants to just bring in some coziness and just a homey feeling. This was one of the pieces that I had in my basement that I wasn't currently using, and I thought if I spray painted this black, it would go perfectly in this room.
A little bit too much, a little bit too much. I'm a little bit too much for you. Maybe you're not man enough.
When I realized I didn't have enough decor, I did look on Amazon and I found this book stack off of there. I loved that it was real books instead of the blocks. I find so many of these stacks can just be the painted wooden blocks, but these are real books and they're so pretty.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too.
I feel like I was really struggling with figuring out how I wanted to decorate these shelves. I was moving things around, and I'm sure I will continue to move things around as the months go on. I just couldn't figure out what looked good on this side. I really struggled with this side, but I'm pretty much going to start switching this all out for fall decor, which is exciting. And then of course, I'm going to start moving in Christmas, which I am so excited for. I'm really looking forward to having another room to decorate for Christmas, but I'm sure things will change and I'll bring new decor in and take things out as time goes on.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love, baby, let me love you. Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want.
My Cricut cart was overflowing, so I did decide to take all of my extra supplies and stick them in this bottom drawer. I will be doing a whole other video on organizing my office, and I am really looking forward to that, so make sure you stay tuned for that one because it will be coming soon.
Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love, baby, let me love you, let me love you.
I felt like the wall beside me just needed something else, so I did go out and buy 3 black frames to hang some photos in. I decided to go with my kids' newborn photos. I got some beautiful photos done when they were all born, and this was just the perfect place to display them. And then as my kids grow up and get into school, I will be switching these out for their school photos.
From my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon. Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way back.
I absolutely love having these 3 photos hung up in my office. I love looking at them, and I just cannot believe how quickly my babies are growing up. It is just so insane to me how fast time goes. And then for the last thing for this video, when I went back to school shopping for my kids, I also went for myself, and I think I was more excited than they were. I love this kind of stuff. I love new office supplies and notebooks and pens, so I was super excited to get these in my desk, and I do have some acrylic organizers coming coming as well. So once those come in, I will be filming a really good organizing video.
Wake up, yeah.
You guys, we are finally finished with the office. I am so excited to finally have this room complete and functional, and I am beyond happy with how it turned out. I was very nervous when we started this makeover because I do feel like decorating and just seeing things come together isn't my strongest suit, but I feel like we did a great job, and like I said, I am so thrilled with how it's looking. So when you first walk in, this is of course the view. We have the desk and all of the shelving and storage behind. But when you go to the left here, I still need curtains. That is the one thing I do need is curtains, and I'm going to get a black rod up here, but I didn't want to hold up the tour for that. So this is what we have for now, and I will be adding the curtains whenever I find some I like. But when you come to the left here, you have all of my Cricut supplies. I added a little plant for some greenery, and I ended up putting my printer up here for now. It works perfectly here. It's right across from my desk, so I can print stuff off very easily. And then this is all pretty much empty for storage. I don't have anything going on. I am going to focus a future video on all things organizing. I am so excited for that. I did just show you guys the office supplies I purchased for the desk here, and that kind of stuff just makes me so happy. So I'm waiting for my acrylic organizers, and then I will go through and organize all of that as well. Of course, I have my computer and my phone. I love the chair in here. I love the rug. I'm just happy with everything. And then the decor on the shelves. I feel like this side is very simple and pretty and kind of dainty, whereas this side's a lot chunkier with the decor items. I'm sure you guys kind of know what I mean when you look at them. So we'll see what I decide to do. I might switch things around, but I am pretty much going to start putting fall decor in here and then Christmas. So I'm gonna end up pretty much just starting back in the new year, I guess. But we got all of the decor I'm so happy with. My mixed tiles look beautiful, the black wall, and then of course the light fixture. You guys know I have been waiting forever to get a new light fixture in here, so happy with that. And then the final touch I wanted to add was the pictures of my babies. So we have Quinn on that side, and then there's Rowan, and there's Grayson. So squishy, ugh. So cute, but those are going to be switched out eventually for their school pictures, but I do want to just enjoy the newborn photos for a little while because they're so cute. But so happy with how this turned out, and I am so happy it is finally complete. That is going to be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I have worked on this project for what feels like months now, and I just hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed creating it and filming it, and I'm actually just going to sit down and edit it right now. I will be posting this video tomorrow because I work best under pressure and I procrastinated a little bit with the editing, so I'm pretty much going to spend all day today getting this video up for you guys tomorrow. And like I said, I just really hope you enjoy it. Let me know down below what you think, what is your favorite part of The Office, and I will see you all next Friday with a brand new video. Bye guys. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. We are getting so much cleaning done in today's video. As you can see from these before clips, my house was an absolute disaster. I feel like I have fallen behind in pretty much every area when it comes to cleaning, so I am so excited to be tackling it all today. We are starting off in the living room. I was going through some of the kids' old clothes for donation yesterday, so that's what these bins are from, and I just have some more of the mess to clean up from that. And then we will be moving on to the dining room and making our way into the kitchen and upstairs a little later on. I do have groceries to put away from earlier this morning. I bought a new organizer for the bathroom upstairs, and we are just getting a ton of stuff done. I also am going to be sharing a sneak peek of The Office in today's video. You guys know I have been working on a complete transformation of that room for what feels like forever, so I am so excited to finally be wrapping that project up. I should have that full video ready for you next Friday, but I am excited to show you a little sneak peek in today's video. But with all of that being said, let's jump into the cleaning for today.
I'll be yours if you let me hold you tight. But I don't know if you let me in, yeah. I know you had your heart broken one too many times, and now it's hard for you to open.
things they don't mean. They've been rude to you, disrespect how you feel, but baby, I'll never go that far, 'cause I know better than that. So baby, let me hold you, hold you. I wanna show you, show you, show you how to treat you right, treat you right. Pull you closer through the highs and lows. Yeah, I wanna show you how to treat you right, treat you right.
As I was getting my cleaning done, I had a super exciting delivery from Mixtiles arrive at my door. I have been brainstorming what I wanted for this back wall in my office since we started this room makeover. It is definitely the focal point of the office, and I have just been waiting to find the perfect thing to fill this space. So when Mixtiles reached out to me to work together, I was very excited because I knew these would be the perfect fit for this wall. So a huge thank you to Mixtiles for sponsoring today's video.
I know better than that. So baby, let me hold you.
Mixtiles are the easiest way to decorate your walls in beautiful photos. It seriously took me less than 5 minutes to get these all up, no tools required. Mixtiles has a special adhesive strip that will stick to any wall, and the best part is that if you do want to change things up or move them around, you can actually remove them and adhere them back onto your wall multiple times, and they will not cause any damage to your walls. I used the Mixtile website on my iPhone to go through all of my photos and choose my favorites for my Mixtiles. Their website is very straightforward and user-friendly, and I am beyond impressed with the quality of these prints. They are absolutely beautiful, and I honestly could not be happier. Mixtiles are super affordable at only $11 per tile, and not only are they a great product for yourself and your home, but they would also make an amazing and thoughtful gift for someone else. These tiles absolutely changed this space, and if you have a wall in your home that you are needing something for, definitely go with some Mixtiles because they are absolutely beautiful and worth every single penny. I will leave a link down below in my description box, so if you are wanting to make an order for yourself, click that link and use my code Aleah10 to get 10 free tiles when you purchase 10, and you can also scan the QR code that is on the screen here. Here is a quick before of what the wall looked like before, and here is the after once I had all of my Mixtiles up on the wall. I am just so happy with how these look, and I absolutely love having photos in here to look at while I am working. So thank you again so much to Mixtiles for sponsoring today's video.
Watch me under the light, so keep me in your sight, 'cause I can do this all night. You can call it what you want, I got something else in mind. Oh, if it's you I've been waiting for.
Now that the dining room is reset and ready for the day, we are moving on into the kitchen. As you can see, my island is completely covered in groceries. Like I mentioned, I did go grocery shopping earlier on in the morning, so I am going to get this all put away. I did, of course, put the fridge and freezer stuff away when I got home, but I did want to leave all of the pantry stuff out. My favorite part of going grocery shopping is putting away all of the snacks and refilling my containers, so I wanted to make sure I waited and got that filmed for you.
Show me what you got, that you call us love, that you call us love now.
Justin and I have really started to get back on track when it comes to meal planning. We do take turns cooking in our household. He loves to cook. I don't as much, but we do alternate throughout the week. I would say it's about 50-50 when it comes to cooking, which is such a nice treat for me because, like I said, I don't love to cook, so it's nice when he takes over that. But we are trying to get back on track when it comes to meal planning. We were doing a really good job, but of course, when summer hits, I find routine can kind of go out the window. But now that September is rolling in and coming quickly, we are trying to get back on track. I feel like meal planning just makes life so much easier, and it saves you a lot of money in groceries. Then you are buying exactly what you are needing and things aren't going to waste. And it does save your sanity in the sense that I personally hate when 4 o'clock in the afternoon rolls around and I have no idea what I am making. It is so frustrating and it's such a scramble. And the last thing I feel like it helps with is eating healthier. It is so much easier to eat healthy when you have all of the ingredients to make what you want to make. And it is just something that has really helped in our house. So I did want to recommend it to you all. If it is something that you don't do or have been thinking about doing, I would highly recommend it.
So shine on, lose your spot. Show me what you got. Let your colors burn. Let your colors burn now. Let your colors burn now. I love you in the dark. You know that I'm the queen of overthinking. It's like we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on.
I can't believe my kids are starting school in less than 3 weeks. I did actually take them each on a little day date yesterday. I did take them one at a time, so they each got that one-on-one time with me. I think that is so important, and I really try and make an effort to have that time with each of them at least a couple times a year. But I took Grayson in the morning. He needed to pick out some new shoes for school and some headphones. He was so excited to do that. And then we did go to the mall and have a little lunch date, and he got a hot pretzel and just kind of the things he wanted to do. We just did that. And then I went home, dropped him off with Justin and Quinn, and picked up Rowan, and we went out and did the same thing. She needed some shoes. She wanted a pretzel. She got a slushie, a new mirror. That's what she picked out. And it was just a lot of fun. I loved that they were able to pick out their own shoes for school instead of me just picking them out, because I do usually do the shopping on my own. So I'm happy I included them. They were so excited, and something so small can just mean the absolute world to them.
Picturing the worst in my mind. I cannot stand losing you. No, I will fight. 'Cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe in us. Please don't give up on me. At least give me a try.
If you have been around on my channel for a little while, you probably know that I do have quite a large candle collection, but I am happy to report that I am finally making my way through my stash. So I am needing some new recommendations for your favorite fall scents. I do like the Bath & Body Works candles, and I do also like Scentsy wax melts. So if you have great scent recommendations for fall or winter time in either the Bath & Body Works candles or Scentsy, definitely leave them down below, because I am on the hunt for some new favorites.
It's like you almost know what I am thinking. 'Cause I believe in us. I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. 'Cause you're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing that I've ever had. You're the best thing, the best thing. You're the best thing. 'Cause you're the best
Now that I have finished cleaning everything on the main floor that I was wanting to get done, we are moving upstairs and we're going to be getting started in the master bedroom. It wasn't excessively messy in here, but I of course wanted to clean all of the surfaces, get it vacuumed and dusted. My TV stand and my dresser have of course collected piles of stuff. I do have all of my books sitting on here and I wasn't going to put them in this TV stand, but as I was kneeling here, I thought this would actually be the perfect place and they ended up fitting perfectly in here. So this is going to be the new home for my books for now. I did also want to mention I do get a ton of questions about my book recommendations. I do have my Amazon store linked down below in my description box, and I did create a little section for all of my book recommendations for 2022. So if you are wanting to browse through those, you can click that link and go through all of my recommendations. I do also have a couple other categories there, like my favorite Amazon products, some home organization, some stuff that I love for myself and for my kids. So if you are ever curious about my Amazon favorites, you can click that link and I will try to keep it up to date as best as I can.
I shut my eyes, trying not to speak, pretend that I'm dreaming. I smell your breath, not listening, but I still hear you screaming. Going under, one step away till you hear what I'm saying. Sounds like thunder, and the clouds are closing in. You see, I know this, but the last days in real life I've noticed.
If you guys are not yet following me over on Instagram, I really would love if you would head over there and follow me on Instagram as well. I am getting better at posting a lot more often. I do try to post something daily over there, so it is a great place for you to stay a lot more in the loop on what's going on over here rather than just once a week on YouTube. I do post a lot more of my personal life and my family life, and I like to get your opinion on home decor and just different things we have going on over here. So if that is something you are interested in, I will have that linked down below.
Not like you don't want him to. He's more like the river, growing stronger. When we're alone, there's no you in the picture. Paint by numbers isn't how I want it to. You see, I know this, but the last days in real life I've noticed. Losing focus, breaking up from our life as we know it. If someone had told me that I will take off and find something greener, greener than gold. If someone had told me that I will be strong, I'm gonna rise and fly and leave the goals between the lines.
The next thing I was wanting to check off my cleaning list was Grayson and Rowan's room. Again, their room isn't overly messy, but I just wanted to get all of the toys out of here that they brought in throughout the day. I want to get all of the furniture wiped down. I want to vacuum, and I did end up wiping down all of their baseboards as well.
Oh, that is why you are stuck between the lines. If someone had told me that I will take off and find something greener, oh, greener than gold. If someone had told me that I will be strong, oh, I'm gonna rise and fly and leave the goals between the lines.
One of the most exciting parts of the office being done, besides of course having a space to do my work now, is now I can move on to the next project, which I think is going to be the room swap for the kids. Grayson and Rowan are in this room. If you are new here, they are my 5-year-old son and 3-year-old daughter, and then I have my 1-year-old daughter in a separate room, but we are going to be switching things around. So the girls are in here and Grayson is going to have a room of his own across the hall. I am just so excited excited to do these rooms. It is something I have been looking forward to for quite a while now. I have a lot of big ideas, so it is going to be a little bit of a project. I do want to maybe do some DIY board and batten. We're of course going to be painting. I want to do a really big feature wall in Grayson's room. And like I said, I just have so many ideas and I'm so excited to see them come together.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing oh, everybody's singing oh. I don't know what it is about you. It must be in the way you move. Just say you want me to. We got nothing to lose. You're looking so you're looking so Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you.
This was actually quite a bit later in the day and I was kind of burning out. I was so ready to just sit down and relax, but I was determined to get all of the things that I had on my checklist done for the day because I just knew going to bed and in the morning I would just feel so much better if I just busted my booty this day and was able to relax tomorrow. So I'm going to continue on and we are going to be moving on to my kids' bathroom. This was one of the biggest things I had on my checklist for the day, but the day got away from me and it took me forever to get in here. But we're going to be cleaning the entire bathroom. I did get a new bathtub cleaner. I will show you guys that in a minute. I absolutely love it. It is by Scrubbing Bubbles, and I did also buy an organizer to organize all of Rowan's hair accessories, so I'm excited to get that on the counter as well.
Baby, let me love you. I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It's almost like you make me fly. And when I look at you smile, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. Oh! Let me love you. Baby, let me love you.
I purchased this acrylic organizer from HomeSense the other day and I thought it would be perfect for all of Rowan's hair supplies and accessories. So I'm putting all of the bows in this drawer. You will see at the end once I'm finished that I will probably need to move some of these bows to the second drawer, but for now I just put them all in the one drawer. Then I added all of her little rubber elastics to another drawer, all of her clips into the other, and then I just put her hairbrush in the bottom one.
It's 'cause you kicked it down. Every word you say, every smile you fake, I let you go. It's sad to see you feeding off the feeling. Every heart you break, every soul you shake, I let you go. It's you, not me, who messed up now. When it's trouble in your birthdays, all the girls get weaker just by looking at you.
This actually ended up being perfect for all of her hair stuff. It is much better than the bin I had it in previously. Like I said, this drawer is a little full that holds all of her bows, but I will separate these a little bit, and I think this is great for just having on the counter to do her hair quickly each morning. This is the new tub cleaner that I purchased by Scrubbing Bubbles. It is the bathroom grime fighter, and I really like this. I was very impressed with it. I was a little bit nervous when I purchased this because I have tried another Scrubbing Bubbles cleaner. I think it was the shower cleaner, and I absolutely hated the smell of it. I thought it smelled like chemical, or like when you get your hair dyed, that really chemically smell. I did not like it at all, but this one was much better. It was a lot more of a clean, pleasant smell, and it cleaned the tub very well.
Every word you say, every smile you fake, I let you go. It's sad to see you feeding off the feeling. Every heart you break, every soul you shake, I let you go. It's you, not me, who messed up now. Every word you say, every smile you fake, I let you go. It's sad to see you feeding off the feeling.
And the very last room I was wanting to get cleaned today was the playroom. I always like to finish the night off with cleaning the playroom so we can start the day with a nice, fresh, clean room for the kids to just mess up again, let's be honest. But as you can see through the curtains, it was kind of starting to get dark, and it was about 9 o'clock at night when I was filming this. I am so sad that the longer days are already starting to shorten. My favorite part of summer, besides the hot weather of course, is the longer days and how much daylight we do get here in Alberta, Canada. In the summer, it does get dark here around 11 p.m. I know I've mentioned that on my channel before, but it is starting to get dark around 9:40 now, and by the time November and December roll around, it gets dark around 4:30 p.m., which is so brutal. It just makes me so tired and lethargic, and it just kind of sucks your energy, I feel. With the longer days, I just feel like I have so much more energy and I am just a lot more productive. I'm sure you all can probably agree with that, but I am kind of itching for fall. I am ready for everything that fall brings, but I am not looking forward to the cold weather.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight.
This chalkboard wall that we did when we did our playroom makeover was one of the things that I was a little bit worried about doing. I was worried my kids would never use it, but I am happy to report that they do use it all of the time still. This is over a year old and it is still holding up beautifully. So I would highly recommend doing one of these if you have a space in your home for your kids that like to draw and be creative. It is just the Rust-Oleum chalkboard paint, and I just did 3 coats on our wall, and like I said, it's held up beautifully.
Cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. I never left a stone unturned, trying to find some love in this crazy world. I feel like I was never heard. All I wanted was to be loved. What if I lost touch?
this is the next day after the footage I filmed that you all just watched, and we just got home from Costco, so I thought I would share a really quick grocery haul because I know a lot of you enjoy watching these. So I will just kind of take you through and show you what we picked up today. I did get some baby Tylenol. This is a 2-pack. Quinn is getting all 4 molars, so we are in desperate need of some more baby Tylenol. Some dried mangoes. These are a family favorite snack in our house, and it's healthy, which is of course a plus. Some extra firm tofu, a 3-pack. I think this is new at Costco. I've never seen it there. We do eat meat in our family, but tofu is also good, so we do enjoy that. I got some Parmesan cheese, some salt and pepper in a large big size. Sorry if you hear my kids, they're just sitting there eating some lunch. I got a case of pears, a pack of bell peppers, some strawberries, some sour cream, and then we got a case of the lactose-free Activia yogurt for the kids, some mini cucumbers. These are the kids' favorite side to go with lunches and dinners, and it's super easy, so we always pick those up. I got a 2-pack of the rye bread that we like to use for sandwiches. I got a pack of wild pink salmon, some tail off shrimp. I got a large ham. I love dinners like this right now because it's something we can use twice. I can make ham with potatoes and everything else for dinner, and then with the leftovers we can make soup or use it for sandwiches, and with the prices of everything right now, it's always nice when you can use something twice. I also got a 2-pack of grated cheese, a case of corn. This is good for soups or tacos, chili, that kind of stuff. I got a case of applesauce, and then we got a pack of the frozen mini pizzas. This is one of my kids' favorite lunches. Quinn likes it too, so that's a nice one to have because it's easy. Some ginger beef, and then we got a 2-pack of muffins. We don't usually purchase these, but the kids asked, and I don't know, why not? So we got chocolate and banana chocolate chip. We got a pack of the ground beef, a 3-pack of the large Ziploc baggies. The kids both need these for school. They each need a pack for school, as well as the Lysol wipes here. They both on their school supply list need Lysol wipes and large baggies. So that's what I got those for. I got some omega-3 fish oils. We give these to the dogs every day. I guess it's good for their joints. And then a case of Red Bull, which again, I know is horrible for you, but I need that pick-me-up sometimes in the day. And in the summer, I just don't usually want coffee in the afternoon. So that's what yeah. That is everything I got. Oh, and I also got a pack of paper towel. And everything here was $419, which again, as per usual, this I complain about the price every time, but this is just kind of the norm now. So that is what we spent today. That is going to be everything for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am now going to put all of these groceries away and then eat some lunch because I am starving. But I will see you all next Friday with a brand new video. If you did enjoy this one, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe if you are new. Also, don't forget to check out Mix Tiles down below using my link. I know you guys will absolutely love them, and I will see you all next Friday with a new video. Bye guys. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because it is going to be my fall clean and decorating video. I feel like I am probably one of the last people here on YouTube to be decorating for fall, but life happens and I did fall a little bit behind this year, but I am so excited to be getting it done today. I love having the pops of orange and reds and yellows around my home and just kind of adding pumpkins all over the place. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be decorating my main floor, and we are going to be going outside and decorating my front step as well. So I hope you all enjoy it. My fall decor is very simple and practical. I like to add the touches here and there, but I definitely do not go over the top when it comes to fall. But thank you all for being here and clicking on today's video.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive.
The first room we are going to be decorating is my dining room. I just want to get all of my greenery and regular decor out of here so we can start bringing in the fall stuff. And I, of course, am just going to be wiping down all of the surfaces so we have a nice and clean area to decorate.
I know man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself.
For some reason, the little mirrors on this piece are so hard to keep clean and streak-free. I have tried Windex, I have used my Blueland glass cleaner, and I am using the Method glass cleaner here, and none of them work super well on these. I don't know if it's the type of material they are, but I find it is almost impossible to get all of the streaks off. So I think I might try one of the foaming glass cleaners, but let me know if you have a good recommendation down below.
I feel so alive as I reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out to the sky.
I was looking for a really good fall scent for decorating today, and I decided to go with the coconut pumpkin pie. This smells super good. It is the Scentsy brand, and it is very fall appropriate. I do also get a ton of questions about my pumpkin wax warmer, and this is the Scentsy brand as well. I did purchase it probably 5 to 7 years ago. They do always have really good seasonal warmers, but I'm not sure if they still have this one.
Those colorful eyes, they don't shine like they used to. The city don't want us, babe. We won't survive this place. The city don't want us. The city don't want it. And if I would lie and stay, it wouldn't feel the same.
I did switch out my black tier tray for this galvanized metal one. I just think the metal accents for fall are really cute, and it ties in well with the little metal pitcher I have on the other side of this cabinet.
Feel like home, a faded mind, so we stay blind. Oh, the city.
So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and as you guys will probably see throughout this video, is I do keep my fall decor very simple and minimal. I just like to add the little touches of the season but not go overboard, and my dining room always ends up being my favorite area once it is decorated, whether that be for fall or Christmas or just with my regular greenery decor. I just think this area always looks super pretty once it's decorated.
And if I would lie and stay, it wouldn't feel the same. I won't lie, no, honestly, it doesn't feel like home, like home. Home, feel like home, a faded mind, so we stay blind.
I really don't do too much decorating in my kitchen when it comes to the holidays, but I do add a little floral centerpiece here on my island to just bring the colors into the kitchen. I do plan on making a coffee bar on the one side of my fridge. Right now that's our microwave, but we're hoping to put an outlet in our pantry so our microwave can go in there, and then I can make a really cute coffee bar beside my fridge area. And then of course I will be able to decorate that space really easily for holidays. But right now, this is pretty much all we have going on in the kitchen.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying till you give me a sign. Give me a sign, oh, give me a sign, baby, give me a sign, just give me one more. You leave me hanging, begging for more, think that I'm addicted to this.
I really like to decorate my house with the traditional fall colors like the oranges and the yellows and the reds, but I would love to know down below what color scheme that you like to go with when it comes to your fall decor. I know there is a ton of people who love the neutrals, the whites, the grays, or the browns, which I personally love as well, but I feel like I have quite a bit of the colored decor, so that's what I'm sticking with for now. But I think I might start decorating other spaces, like maybe my office with more of a neutral color palette for the holidays, but let me know down below what your favorite color scheme is when it comes to fall.
So give me a sign. I just wanna let you know I could go for this, no more tricks. We could take things slow. Say you think about it too when the lights go out and there's no doubt that I should be we've been on and off again and again.
If you guys are not yet following me over on Instagram, I would love for you to head over there and follow me on that platform as well. I post a lot more of my daily life and my kids and my family. I also love to get opinions over there with different home options, decor ideas, and all of that kind of stuff. So if that is something you are interested in, definitely make sure you head over to Instagram and follow me at Aleah Martins on there as well.
Give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more talking to you and here we go again. Staying up all night to see if you've been texting me. Where do we go from here? I wanna go all in. So give me a sign. Yeah. Give me a sign. Yeah, give me a sign. Just give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Give me a sign. Just give me a sign. Just give me a sign. Give me a sign. Just give me one more.
Now that we are finished in the kitchen, we are actually going to be heading outside next because I was wearing this thicker sweater to go with the fall vibes of my fall decorating video, but it was actually super hot this day and I was really wanting to get out here before it got any later in the afternoon when it is at its hottest time. So we're going to be moving on to this next. We're just getting rid of my flowers for summertime. We're going to be pressure washing my front entryway rugs. We're going to be washing all of the stone, and then we will be getting out the new fall decor. There is something so fun to me about pressure washing. I'm assuming it's because it is something I only get to do once or twice a year, but this is definitely one of my favorite cleaning tasks.
How did we end up here? We used to laugh so hard. When did we stop loving, babe? When did it all go too far?
I did make this bucket of pumpkins last year. I do have a video including that from last fall, but I bought a ton of $1 pumpkins, I believe from Walmart, and then I just grabbed a couple different colors of spray paint that I liked. So I went with the orange, the cream, and the green, and I spray painted each of them, and then I purchased the pumpkin bucket from Home Depot, I believe, and this turned out to be one of my favorite decor pieces that I have.
We fight
So now we are back inside, and this is the bathroom that you see right when you walk into my house. So I did want to add a little touch of fall onto the counter here, so you see it right when you walk in. I did decide to go with this little pampas grass vase. I found this at HomeSense and it is super cute. And then I went with a little give thanks pumpkin sign to bring in the actual fall touch. I think I will be keeping this vase in this bathroom year round. I feel like it really suits this space, and I will switch out the sign as the seasons and the holidays change.
I'm a mess. Don't know how I got here, but I'm blessed. Didn't know it'd take me past my destiny. You're behind me with the rest, 'cause I'm a mess. No more you.
So we are not doing too much in the living room. I am just going to be switching out my throw pillows and throw blanket for my fall ones. I am so sad because I did go to HomeSense and find these beautiful knitted dark burnt orange throw pillows. I absolutely loved them, but decided not to purchase them. I couldn't stop thinking about them for 2 days, so I ran back to the store and of course they were gone, and I have been sad ever since. They were so perfect and exactly what I wanted for this space. I don't know why I didn't grab them. I know better, and I know stuff like that sells so quickly. So unfortunately, I am just going to be using the throw pillows that I used last year. There is absolutely nothing wrong with these, but I did want something a little bit more cozy and darker orange.
Oh, you said things could only get better. I needed more than ever.
And now we are going to be moving on to my office, and I am so excited to have a new room to decorate for the holidays this year. If you guys saw my office makeover video, I posted it a couple of weeks ago, but we did just finish this room off about a month ago, so it is still new, and I'm kind of sad to be taking the regular decor out of here already just because, like I said, it is still new to me, but I am excited to start decorating this for fall. I will say I was a little bit late getting some fall decor for this room, so what I put in here is kind of the leftover stuff I have from around my home that I didn't know where to put it, and it's kind of just mix match. This is not what it's going to look like next year. I'm definitely going to make sure I get into the stores a little bit earlier to get some more decor that I can do for fall time and Halloween and all of the holidays coming up, but I just kind of shopped my home for this room for now and saved a little bit of money this year.
Everything you see through, no more, no more. Everything you see through, no more, no more. Everything you see through, how can I believe when everything you see through, gotta make space for the new you, like I'm old news in your review mirror. It must be nice you went and got a penthouse.
So I will be definitely buying some new decor for this room next year, but I am happy with how it looks right now. I mostly just added a couple pumpkins. I switched out all of my truck stuff for the fall, and I'm just really happy with the pops of color in here. I do plan on buying a burnt orange knitted throw blanket for my chair in here, and I think that'll just tie the room together. I ended up going on a lunch date with Justin. This is my first day with no kids. Well, I have Quinn, but the two older kids are both in school full days today. And I picked up a couple fall soaps, but honestly, I didn't really get a ton of the fall scents. I'm not a big fan of any of the pumpkin scents. I feel like I'm probably a minority in that. I like more of the sweet, fresh scents. So I ended up going with one of the black cherry Merlots. This one is always a favorite. I got a golden, citrus, and vanilla. This was one of the fall scents. It has a super pretty bottle. I got 2 of the kitchen mandarin. This is one of my favorite scents. Blackberry and basil. This one's pretty too. Another fall one, and this one I was a little bit disappointed in because it's a Halloween scent, but it is the least Halloween bottle I have ever seen. It's called Enchanted Candy Potion, but why didn't they put it in a fun, spooky bottle? My kids would have loved that, but I got a pink one. I think I have a Halloween soap sleeve somewhere. And then I also got Strawberry Pound Cake. This one's just a summer scent, I think, but that one smelled really good. So those are the soaps I got. They were, oh wait, I should have another one. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I think they were 8 for $30. Another one of the candy potion ones. So they were 8 for $30, which is a really good price. I feel like that is the cheapest they've been in a long time. But yeah, I just wanted to share the ones I picked up. Now we are going to be going through and vacuuming all of my area rugs. I'm also going to be vacuuming the hardwood, and then we're going to go through and get everything mopped as well.
Everything is see-through. How can I believe it when everything is see-through? Home, you said things could only get better. I need it more than ever. They don't. Home, you said things could only get better. I need it more than ever. They don't. How can I believe it when everything is see-through? Everything is see-through.
I mentioned, honestly, probably 6 weeks ago that we were pouring a concrete patio in our backyard. It has actually been prepped for over a month, but the guy we have hired to do the concrete work has been backed up and super busy, but we are finally getting that poured this weekend. And of course, it is supposed to rain on Saturday, so I am so frustrated. It sounds like we still might be able to do it depending on what time the rain is supposed to be and how hard it's raining, but fingers crossed that we can finally get this poured because we are already way later than we would like and it's only getting colder out. So please keep your fingers crossed for us that we can get this done this weekend.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time. I'm sick of love songs, I'm tired of this, and I wanna tell you straight just like it is. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, still holding back. Honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing. Show me your love like it is, bend open my heart like your face.
So I actually ended up filming this a completely different day, but we are upstairs in my kids' bathroom. We did buy a new toilet seat for this toilet. It is a built-in kids seat as well as just a regular toilet seat. I will show you guys here in a second, but we're just getting our old toilet seat off. I'm obviously going to be cleaning the area really well, and then we're going to get the new seat on, and I am just so excited about this. It looks so much better than having the little foamy child seats. It's cleaner, and I personally think it is a lot more sanitary. So I will also have this seat linked down below in my Amazon storefront. I would highly recommend it if you have little kids in your home, and I am just obsessed with it.
Still holding back, still holding back. Honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing. Show me your love like it is, bend open my heart like you're fearless. Steal all the gold you can get. Show me your love, leave me breathless.
So this is what the seat looks like. This is the kid portion, and as you can see here, it just clips on and off easily to the other toilet seat, so it can be a regular seat or it can just magnetic right on to the top lid. I think these are so smart. I don't know why every toilet doesn't have these. I think every public restroom should have these, hotels should have these, and just every home, in my opinion. I just think They are so smart and I would highly recommend them. I will have it linked down below in my Amazon. Like I said, this is not sponsored or anything like that. I just think these are so ingenious.
I bet you think that I should calm down and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time. You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out.
That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had fun filming this one. It's always fun to do something a little bit different and adding some decorating into my videos. So like I said, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below and leave me an orange heart emoji letting me know that you made it all the way till the end. And I will see you all next Friday with a brand new video. Bye guys. And welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your very first time here. I am so happy to be done with today's video because this was such a huge project that I've been putting off for months now, and I finally decided to tackle it this week and get it out for today's video. But we are finally tackling my playroom. We are going to be deep cleaning, decluttering, and organizing this entire room. It was such a project, you guys. I spent hours and hours over the course of 2 days in here. I deep cleaned the carpets. I moved the couch out of the way so I could clean underneath that. I dumped out every single toy bin and decluttered and reorganized those. I made some new labels for our storage system. And honestly, I just did everything that I was wanting to get done in here. So it feels so good to be done this. But thank you so much for clicking on today's video, and I really hope you all enjoy it.
I'll be yours if you let me hold you tight. But I don't know if you let me in, yeah. I know you had your heart broken one too many times, and now it's hard for you to open up. They have been cruel to you.
I did end up getting Justin's help to move the couch pieces out of the way. A lot of these do have mechanical pieces since they are electric with the footrest, so they are super heavy and I am just not strong enough to drag these around. But now that everything is out of my way, I am going to get started on the cleaning. I was actually shocked how much stuff had accumulated underneath this couch over the last couple of months. There were toys and plates, food, garbage, pretty much anything and everything you could think of was underneath my couch. So the first thing I am doing is just collecting all of the garbage and getting that out of here, and then I will be going through the toys and seeing what I want to keep and what I'm just going to throw out, because I feel like if it has been underneath the couch, the kids obviously haven't missed it and I could probably be safe chucking most of it out.
They have been cruel to you, saying things they don't mean. They have been rude to you, disrespect how you feel, but baby, I'll never go that far, 'cause I know better than that. So baby, let me hold you, hold you. I wanna show you, show you, show you how to treat you right, treat you right. Pull you closer through the highs and lows. Yeah, I wanna show you how to treat you right, treat you right.
Now that I have everything picked up off of the floor and it's either put back in the bin where it belongs or it got thrown out into the garbage, I am now going to go through and vacuum this entire space before I pull out my carpet cleaner.
Treat you right, treat you right. Yeah, I would never ever let you go. I would treat you right, treat you right. Baby, I would always hold you close. So baby, let me hold you, hold you. I wanna show you, show you, show you how to treat you right.
Now that I have this entire area vacuumed, I am going to start on cleaning my carpets. I am going to be using my Tinko Carpet One carpet cleaner to do this. This is my favorite carpet cleaner that I have ever used. I do have it linked down below in my Amazon storefront if you are interested, but it does work so well. You may also notice I have little black spots on my carpet, and unfortunately those are stains from my couch. Like I mentioned, it is mechanical, so I believe these are oil spots, and I haven't figured out a way to get these out yet. I'm not too concerned about them right now since I am just putting the couch back where it was, but hopefully I can figure out how to get these stains out in the future.
But you miss me as soon as it's over. Your name lighting up the screen, but you never call when you're sober. You say you don't like the games, but you play me like there's no tomorrow. You should know that I'm fed up with your lies, so don't come closer. You know you hurt me bad and I have scars. I need some time to heal, so don't come over. Don't even bother calling, just get lost.
If you are new here to my channel, hello and welcome. I am so happy that you are here. My name is Aleah and I am a wife and a mom of 3 young kids. This right here is my 1-year-old daughter named Quinn. I do also have 2 other kids, Rowan, who is 3, and a 5-year-old son named Grayson. I do also have 2 dogs. You will see them throughout my videos. Their names are Roscoe and Zeke, and my husband's name is Justin. You will see my entire family in these next couple of clips, and this is a good snapshot of what my household looks like on a daily basis. Things are crazy and chaotic more often than they are not, and there are plenty of messes to be made around here. I love to show the real life messes and the real life moments that come along with being a mom and keeping a home here on my channel, and I just want this to be a place where you can come to feel motivated and inspired and just have someone to relate to. So I hope you enjoy my videos and my content, and I would love for you to stick around by hitting that red subscribe button down below. I do post new cleaning motivation videos every single Friday here on my channel, and I do like to throw in the occasional room makeover video as well. If you do want to follow me on more of a daily basis, you can head over to Instagram as well and follow me there at Aleah Martins on Instagram.
Bother to come back 'cause I ain't done. I'm fine on my own. And boy, your pretty little lies are getting old. All those late nights I waited for you, that gone 'cause we are through. All those late nights I waited for you.
Now I'm just quickly cleaning off the rest of the furniture on this side of the room before we move to the other side of the room to start the toy declutter and organization. I did not realize how much dust had accumulated on this shelf of my TV stand. Justin recently moved his Xbox off of here, and I always pick it up to dust underneath, but I obviously was not reaching to the back of the shelf because look how much dust had accumulated. But luckily it's out of here and I can now get to this space easily and wipe it all down. Now we are moving on to day number 2 of cleaning this room, and the very first thing I was wanting to do is just get everything off of the floor and put away before we start dumping all of the toy bins out, because I knew that was going to be a very overwhelming task and I didn't want any extra things on the floor.
On a run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on lingering.
Now that I had all of the big toys and things off of the floor and moved to the other side for now, I wanted to clean off the shelving unit. I have not taken the toys off of here and wiped this down in a very long time, so I'm going to be getting everything off of here so we can give it a really good clean, and then we're going to go ahead and start dumping everything out of the bins.
Should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road
This was the biggest part of this project that I was dreading, which is clearing out and decluttering and organizing all of these bins full of toys. To start this off, I am just dumping everything out into a big pile in the middle of the floor. I just thought this might be the most efficient way to just start tackling it and sorting through everything. The reason I did want to dump out every single box is because they are very mismatched. They don't match up to the labels. Everything's just been kind of thrown into whatever bin, and I really wanted to get these back to an organized state. So we're dumping them out, and then I am lining all of the bins up so I can see what the labels say, and then I'm slowly going to start sorting through all of the toys and putting everything into the proper bin and starting to chuck out the stuff that is garbage and donate the things we are no longer using. This part of the project ended up taking me 2 full hours. It was such a tedious job, but I did speed the footage up so you guys only have about 5 minutes, but I did want to let you know that this did take me a couple hours, and that is a big reason I was dreading this project. I knew it would be super time consuming, but here I am telling you guys, if you have something that you have been putting off because it is a little bit more tedious or time consuming, to just carve out a couple of hours and get it done, because I felt so much better after I finally had this completed and off my to-do list.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you.
I feel like I am in a little bit of a tricky time when it comes to the ages of my children and all of the toys, because Grayson and Rowan have grown out of the baby toys and stopped playing with quite a bit of what we have, but Quinn is now just starting to get into it and loving the stage of toys that they're no longer playing with. So I do feel like I have to keep quite a bit more than I would like to, but once Quinn gets out of the next year or so, I'm assuming she will grow out of the rest of the baby and toddler toys, and I can finally get rid of all of that stuff and kind of close that chapter, and we can get back to owning more age-appropriate toys for all of the kids. There is not a large gap between Grayson and Rowan. They are only 16 months apart, so I feel like they have been really close in age when it comes to the things they like, but Quinn and Rowan, there is about 2.5 years of an age gap, but they are both girls, so I'm hoping they play with the same things as time goes on and we can really minimize our toy collection.
So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air.
Throughout this process, I did end up throwing out 3 large bags of toys. It was just stuff that I felt like was missing pieces, or it was small toys, or they were broken, and stuff that just really wasn't worth donating. And then this laundry basket that I am filling up here, I am putting all of our VTech tracks and toys my kids just no longer play with but are still good that I am going to take in for donation. It felt really good to get rid of such a large bulk of items. I feel like my kids do play better when they don't have so many options. I do believe that it can be overwhelming, and I notice when this room is clean, my kids play so much better with the toys that they have.
myself to hold my hand, standing in the shadows of what we have been, sleeping with your back facing me. I know, this isn't us.
Rowan's 4th birthday is coming up in mid-October, and I honestly cannot believe she's going to be turning 4, but she did decide that she wants a Halloween-themed birthday party this year, which I am so excited about. I feel like you can do so much with Halloween, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I did already go out and buy quite a bit of the decorations for her party. I wanted to get that done early because I know with seasonal stuff, I can go out and try to look for it and can't find it. So I wanted to make sure I went out early when everything was still in stock and got mostly everything I needed. She does also want costumes involved, so everybody has to wear a costume, and I just think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I've never thrown a Halloween themed birthday party, so I'm excited for that. But I did want to know, do you guys want a party prep video? That is something I've never done here on my channel. I have done the after party cleanup videos, but I'm just curious if you want me to branch out a little bit and include maybe some of the party prep when I'm decorating the house, or if you would just prefer the after party cleanup video.
Dancing as one. You and me are moving. Make sure we get through this. Let's just keep on dancing as one.
After getting rid of a ton of toys, which even if it might not look like I did once I got all of the bins full, I got rid of so much stuff. I did actually have 4 empty bins, I believe, and I did want to make some new labels for those. We didn't have bins for things like Rowan's dolls, her Barbies, and I think I made a second one for dress up just because we do have quite a bit of dress up stuff between the 2 kids. So I am going to be making some labels for the extra bins later on in the video.
Can't find a time where I can tell ya what I feel now. Been biting my tongue for a while. The words just wanna come out. I'm too afraid to be rejected. It's so expected. I feel like I'm out of my mind, but I know I can't deny you. I am so alienated. Sitting on planet X. I'm becoming the person I've hated. Wonder what will happen next. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like a charge around us that just feels right.
Now I am going to be quickly arranging all of the larger toys that don't fit in the bins onto the shelving unit. I decided to bring a couple of these downstairs as well, and I'm just trying to organize it so it still looks neat, but it's practical as well.
You send me right out into space, right into space. I'm not the kind of person who is sentimental, but this thing is making me soft, giving into my damn heart. It feels like I am losing my grip, going crazy, 'cause this doesn't make it.
I ended up quickly running downstairs into my office to cut some Cricut labels for the extra bins. I am using just the white iron-on vinyl and my heat press to do this. This is one of my favorite projects when I use my Cricut machine. I just find it so fun and kind of therapeutic to do the iron-on vinyl with the bins or shirts or anything like that. I just have so much fun when it comes to these types of projects.
Feels right. Can't get my head around it. I can never hit the brakes. Every time you touch me, babe, you send me right out into space.
So the labels I ended up choosing to make were Polly Pockets. I did one for dolls. I did a second bin for dress up, and then I also created a second miscellaneous bin. Those bins are really handy to have because there is some toys that just don't fit into certain categories, mostly Quinn stuff. I find a lot of the baby things, but I didn't want to label something baby toys since I know she's going to be growing out of them any day.
I'm going out with you tonight. Are you close to here? I'm feeling down, I don't know why. No, it's so surreal. Think I want you here. Oh, 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 oh. I don't ask for much, no, I don't need that much, yeah. Oh, 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 oh.
The next thing we are going to be tackling is actually something I have never done, which is so embarrassing, but I have never steam cleaned my couch cushions on the couch upstairs. So I knew these were going to be absolutely disgusting, and I was right. Just wait till you guys see the water from these things. It was so black, but it felt really good to get these done, and I do plan on maybe doing the rest of the couch as well, but for now I just focused on the seat cushions and spot cleaning the backs of the couch.
I don't ask for much, no, I don't need that much, yeah. Though I want your touch. Baby, I so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy. But baby, I so high, stay. We don't need to go that fast. I need this night to last. Slow it down. Slow it down.
If you are still here and still watching at this point of the video, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it more than you guys will ever know. I feel like I cannot say thank you enough for all of the support you show my channel. Every time you guys watch my videos all the way through, or if you leave a comment or a thumbs up, it is so good for my channel, and it lets YouTube know that you guys are enjoying my videos, and it will help push them out to a new audience, which of course then helps my channel grow. So thank you guys so much. Like I said, I feel like I just cannot say thank you enough, and I would love if you would leave me your favorite little fall emoji down below in the comments so I know you made it to this point of the video.
I need this night to last. Baby, why so high, stay. We don't need to go that fast. I need this night to last.
So this is what the dirty water tank looked like after just doing the couch cushions. It was absolutely disgusting, and I cannot believe how dirty these things get.
For you. Yeah, you can make me laugh and cry just by being around. If heaven's door is open, it's 'cause you kicked it down. Every word you say, every smile you fake, I let you go.
One of the last things that we are going to be doing for today's video is, of course, the rest of the carpets in this room. I did vacuum and clean underneath the couch, but I had not yet vacuumed and carpet cleaned the rest of the areas, so that's what we're going to be focusing on now. I am going to be doing this half of the room first. I'm going to vacuum the entire thing, and then I will clean the carpets, and then we will move the couple of toys and pieces back over to here, and we will focus on the other side of the room.
Yeah, you can make me laugh and cry just by being around. If heaven's door is open, it's 'cause you kicked it down. Every word you say, every smile you fake, I let you go. It's sad to see you feeding off the feeling. Every heart you break, every soul you shake, I let you go. It's you, not me, who messed up now. When it's trouble, hey, a birthday. If you would stay, baby, I run away, baby. I don't need you, baby. All this to lies to tell. If you would stay, baby, I run away, baby. I don't need you, baby. All this to lies to tell.
I am not usually somebody who decorates too much for Halloween, but ever since I had kids, I want to bring a lot more of Halloween into the house because I know my kids love that kind of stuff. So I have picked up a couple things here and there, but I would love to know down below if you decorate for Halloween, or do you just stick to fall, or do you not decorate for any of it? I know a lot of people do only decorate for Christmas, so you can let me know that as well. Speaking of Christmas, I am so excited to decorate for Christmas. I don't know what it is about this year, but I am already looking forward to all of the holidays, and this truly is one of my favorite times of year. I love Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. We have a lot of birthdays and just so many reasons to celebrate and get together as a family.
Who messed up now? When it's trouble, hey, a birthdays.
I find it hard to read you. You never say what's on your mind, yeah. I'm going crazy all over you.
I am so happy that this area is finally done and complete. I have been putting off decluttering and organizing it for so long, like I mentioned before, but I am so happy with how it looks, and this is still one of my favorite areas in our entire home.
Push me back. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can someone set me free? What do you want? What do you want? Ooh, ooh,
I did plan on taking this little house down, but full disclosure, I was so done by the end of this day that I really didn't want to add anything extra to my list of things to do in here. So I will take this down, but probably closer to Christmas when we start setting up our Christmas tree in here, because it does go in this corner. Quinn does still play in here, and it is her favorite spot to come and eat snacks, but I am kind of just ready to take it down and get it out of here.
every time you've been calling, saying this is what I want, then you go for a week and leave me hanging all alone. Push me back, pull me in, and the other way around. Pull me in, push me back. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can someone say from me, can someone set me free? Hey, what do you want? What do you want?
Looking back at the good times before it all went down. Climbed right up on the hillside, a different view of my life. You left me running on and on, but I don't care, would you let me in? You said goodbye like everything's gone, everything that we could have been. But I know you are my liability. Yeah, I know you are my liability.
I hear you say that you're sorry. We turn the page and make up. A broken trust got you haunted.
The very last thing I was wanting to get done was just scrubbing down the windows in here. These get super dirty with all of the dog's nose art and all of the little kid and baby hands touching them constantly. So I'm just using my Blue Land glass cleaner and we're just giving these a really good clean. Rowan did want to help with this and Grayson jumps in at the end as well, and I will never turn down help from the cutest helpers. This was such a process over the last 2 days, but I am so happy to have it done, and thank you guys so much for joining me and tackling it in today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all next Friday with a brand new video. Bye guys.
Oh, what a hopeless case we could be.